It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Pats and the Dolphins under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 84 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now Cousins. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. First down, here's Cousins. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who's taking the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 18 carries, 91 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
Goff. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing again is Goff. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. On 1st down, Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, Goff again. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Take it in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Cousins. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first, now this from 43. Butker's kick here is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading 1st half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offense offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie comes all in.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This is fielded at the 27. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. New England's offense set to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd down, Cousins. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Cousins now. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. Drops it off for Chubb. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 3rd down, Cousins dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Cousins again. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Amari Cooper, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally, on Monday night, our first doubleheader of the year. Saints-Panthers at 7:15 Eastern, followed by Cleveland-Pittsburgh an hour later. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something. There he goes left side, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Goff. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He's got Smith here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. That's dumped off to Poe. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Yeah, exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Butker. He's on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First down, Miami.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as he'll give to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Goff. Throw caught by Musgrave. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. They'll run forward with Pollard, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
After the interception, here's Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. They'll run left with Pollard, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Goff now to throw. Addison holds it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Goff on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now Goff on first down. Musgrave's got it out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now Goff. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And the throw here caught by Addison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again is gone. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Addison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So the Patriots coming out now. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. They go up the middle with Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, pushing through the contact. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Now Chubb running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to swell the lead to 6. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale.